So today marks the second day of virtual meeting apps training, and I'll be taking you through Zoom. So Zoom is a video web conferencing virtual meeting app that was launched in 2011, and it has been adopted by so many people all over the globe, and it is doing well. So my name is Lavenda Aluju. I am a techie, passionate about artificial intelligence and machine learning and technology in general. Yeah, so let's dive in. So Zoom was originally founded in 2011. It was launched in March 2017, and the initial release was September 2012. Then the people who developed Zoom are the Zoom Video Communications, then a beta version of Zoom, which could host up to 15 video participants, which was then, but now at least we can have 100 participants, at least for the free version. Yeah, and in January 2013, version 1.0 was launched. Yeah, so the free plan allows up to 100 concurrent participants with a time limit of 40 minutes. And users can have option to upgrade to the beta or the pro version, though they'll have to pay. So they'll use the paid plan. So the highest plan supports is up to 1,000 concurrent participants for meeting lasting up to 30 hours. So that is a paid plan. Yeah, the meet is up to 40 minutes per meeting for free, for the free version, like the one we're using right now. So if we look at the statistics of the of the Zoom revenue in quarterly, in year 2012 quarter one, it was less than, at least slightly above a million, and in quarter two 2018, it kept on increasing until 2021 quarter four, where we have it should be at least $100 million, the revenue. So these are revenue here. The one you're seeing right now is 2.6 billion. That is in 2020, and the number of users was 3.3 trillion users. And I think that is a total 100%. I think that is 100% success. Yeah. So let's look at some of the features of Zoom. So Zoom has large rooms and webinars. Webinar is simply a virtual an online event, and it can accommodate up to 500 interactive participants and 10,000 viewers. So that is a paid plan. So if you are using a paid plan, you can be able to accommodate at least 5,000 participants and 10,000 viewers. So we also have a breakout room. The breakout room can be used to split meeting participants into separate and smaller rooms. So these breakout rooms, if you are the meeting admin or say the host of the meeting, you can decide to have smaller rooms, and you can be joining in and out to check how things are going in there. So we also have remote support. So you can allow, the host can provide one-to-one support to a participant. So this feature is in a paid plan version. So we also have camera control. Somebody can be able to control your camera remotely. So those are some of the features. Then we have it's compatible across devices. So if you're using a desktop computer, if you're using a laptop, if you're using your iOS device, phone, or you're using an iPad, or let's say you're using a MacBook, you can be able to use, or like myself, I'm using Linux, so I can be able to use Zoom. It's not restricted to any devices. It is cross platform. So it also has this feature when you're sending an invitation to a participant or many participants, you can decide to use a language. You can either use Spanish, you can use English, you can use French. It depends with the audience, the target audience. So there's also a screen sharing option. So you can enable screen sharing. Multiple participants can be able to share, or you can restrict the host, or you can just restrict one person to share their screen. Like right now, I'm sharing the screen, so you're able to see my presentation because of this feature that is in Zoom. So we also have virtual backgrounds. So you can decide to change your background. That feature is present when you're using a video. So if you're using video and you want to change your background, you can do so. Then we have waiting rooms. So waiting rooms is where as participants are coming in or they're joining the meet, as they want to join the meet, if you are the host or the admin, you have the capability of admitting them or not admitting them. So they will wait for you to admit them at the waiting room. Then we also have a recording feature. Like right now we are recording this meet. So you can be able to do a recording. This feature is in Zoom, free version, but in Google Meet, you have to have a paid plan account so that you can be able to record. Yeah, that's all about Zoom. So we can have a look at how we can be able to download and install our Zoom application on our machines. So you can find the download link on the Zoom client website. So if you look for that, you can be able to see there's this icon, the download button. So if you click on it, so if you click on the download icon, I hope you're able to see. Yeah, so it will start it will download to your desktop, then you'll open the download. It will be, I think it will be an .exe file. So you open the .exe file, then it will start installing, then until it will finish up to 100%. So if it's 100%, you can be able to launch the application on your desktop machine. So how to start a new meeting? So after launching the application, we have a new meeting icon, we have a join icon, we have a schedule icon, and we have a screen share. So if you want to start a new meeting, you just click on this icon, then it will bring you to this screen. Like let's say my name is Claudia. So my username is Claudia. So when I join the meet, my username will be here. Yeah, and I can decide to invite other participants. So there's this invite icon, you can click on it, then you will be able to invite people. Either you can use a third party application like WhatsApp, or you can decide to just copy the link and share to your contacts. So how to join a meet? So you can either sign in or you can join a meet. So if you click on join a meet, it will request you to enter the meeting ID. So you enter the meeting ID and your name, the name that you're using. For my case, I'm using Claudia, so I'll just type in Claudia, then I'll join the meet. So you can also decide to turn off your audio and turn off your video before you join. Then if you're sure about that, you can just click the join button and you'll be able to join the meet. And before you are able to join the meet, you'll be required to enter the password. So the invitation link has the meeting ID and it has the passcode. So the last part is where you enter your passcode. So you'll be able to enter your passcode and then you'll click on join meeting. This join meeting button will be enabled. It will be blue in color. So you'll be able to click on it and join the meeting. So like Claudia now has joined the meeting, though despite the fact that he or she is the only participant, but they're able to join the meeting. So how do you schedule a meeting using Zoom? So you click on this schedule icon, yeah, and it will bring you to this window. So you can decide to write the topic of the meeting. Yeah, for example, mine is virtual meeting applications. So after that, you can be able now to schedule time, like let's say 30 minutes, you click on 30 minutes, or if you want the meeting to be recurring, you can just click on the recurring meeting. You can check on this checkbox, you can check on it and the meeting will now be recurring. So after that, you can decide to generate the meeting ID automatically or personal meeting ID. Use your personal meeting ID. Then we have the passcode here. You can decide to use it. Then you can decide to also enable waiting room. Then you also have an option of turning on your video or turning it off. You can also decide to put off participants' video on or off when they join. Then after that, you click on the save button. Then you're good to go. So after saving, it will, like for my case, all my details, my Zoom details are synchronized on my browser version. I use both. I have desktop and I have the browser version. So all my details are synced into my browser account, my web account. So you can either decide to use the account you want to sign in with or to join the meeting with. Like for my case, due to privacy purposes, I decided to block it, but you can choose or you can use another account. Then after that, you'll be able to view this screen. So you can add it to your Google Calendar. So after that, you can now you can decide to copy the conference information or the meeting information. So after copying it, you can send it to your participants or to your contacts, either via email, via WhatsApp, any application that you can decide to use. Then you also have an option of editing the invitation information before sending the link. So below here, I think it's blocked, but it's this window. So you can be able to edit. You can be able to edit the passcode, or you can decide to edit the topic before you can send the meeting information or the conference information to your participants or to your contacts. So that's all about Zoom. Thanks for your time.